What's going on, guys? This is Miasin, and this is the Lyrilusc deck profile. I keep messing up like Lyrilusc and Tri-Brigade, but I think I'm gonna get the hang of it eventually. So yeah, before this deck profile starts, friendly reminder to like and subscribe. And now let's jump right into it. So of course I'm playing the Wind Bear statue, very interchangeable whether you want to play this or Apex Avion or don't even want to play that, because instead of going for Simorgh, you want to go for the Tri-Brigade Link 2 and then search for that Revolt, and then maybe make an Appaloosa. So it really is up to you. My goal isn't necessarily to show you a deck profile that you're going to copy card for card, but to show you as many options as possible and also a good starting point. So what I really do recommend is that maybe use this as, you know, a rough draft, and then eventually when you test, you realize, oh, I think some ratios are probably correct, go for those changes instead of blindly copying everything you see. But maybe the Wind Bear statue is not needed when you have a card that can bounce back special summons left and right, so it's kind of redundant if you have a huge bounce and the Vanity's Emptiness for wind. But regardless, this card is pretty cool. And we are playing 3 Ash with 2 DD Crow. If you guys have watched my live stream, I do believe that hand traps are not necessarily necessary, but if you're playing cards like Forbidden Chalice and Droplet, you get a good chance to win going second. But DD Crow is almost a consistency card at this point, so that's why it's being played. It's not just a hand trap. You can literally normal 7 DD Crow and win from there, because it does turn on Where Art Thou. And the issue with Valor is that it's not a winged beast monster, so it would not turn on Sapphire Swallow. So Valor does not really follow the same logic as DD Crow. So DD Crow is kind of like the superior hand trap, but at the same time, it's not necessarily good against the meta because it's pretty bad against Tri-Brigade. Literally does nothing at all. So yeah. Anyways, I'm playing 2 Celeste Wagtail with 3 Turquoise Warbler, 3 Sapphire Swallow, double Nerval, triple Canary, triple Cobalt Sparrow. So in other words, I'm playing 3 of absolutely everything except Celeste Wagtail, because this card only searches for 1 card, which is the Bird Call, and apart from that, doesn't really do too much. But the other cards, I mean, we don't really have a bunch of Lyrilusc monsters anyways, so maxing them out at 3 just kind of ensures that you always get to that Recital Starling, so you can get the missing pieces and get to that second Starling into Nerval, and then Utopic Future Draco, so you are safe from Nibiru. So if you haven't watched my combo video, make sure you do, because it's going to be quite informative. And I am playing 2 Nerval, very debatable if you want to play like Fractail and Karis. When I was playing them, they weren't really working out too well, but you definitely could experiment with those cards as well. But yeah, 2 Talents with double Desires, because a lot of cards are 3-ofs anyway, so Desires I think was really good for me. And 2 Bird Call, triple Roar of Thou. This card is amazing, love it so much. Called by the Grave, double Droplet, very interchangeable if you want to play 3 or 2 or whatever. Triple Chalice, I love this card so much. It was so good in my live stream. Again, if you've missed it, man, I don't know, but you are missing out for sure, man. My live streams, they're getting nice, and of course it's thanks to you guys. But yeah, double Revolt and Imperial Order. You don't really need your spells post turn 1, because you go through just kind of a few. So the Chalice and Droplet and Call by the Grave, you can use them on your opponent's turn, and Where Art Thou, Bird Call, and Desires, use them on your own turn usually. So yeah. That's pretty much it for the main deck. For the extra deck, I'm playing Zeus, Downward Magician, of course, so your Zeus can have 4 materials and use its effect twice. So even if your opponent had 1 negate, you can just chain Zeus again and still send everything. And then Utopic Future Draco with the smaller Utopic Future. Triple Starling, because the combo goes into 2. So if you want this deck to kind of have more longevity, the third one kind of comes up. And then the Assembled Nightingale, this card can attack directly, so it does facilitate an easier Zeus. With Instant Blue Robin, of course, this card is a huge interruption when you go first. And for the Link monsters, Tri-Brigade, the Shireg, Ominous Omen, Appaloosa, Simorgh, which summons either Apex Avion, I was gonna say Apex Predator, or Bear Statue or whatever. And of course, Bear Brum with Gravity Controller. Now this is weird. It's when you have only Recital Starling and you want to surge that Nerval and then make Gravity Controller, normal summon, then make Apex Avion, but it's not like super broken. And finally, we have Salamangreat Almirage, which kind of doesn't really come up unless you draw like those really whack hands. But either that or Linkuriboh or anything at this point. You could definitely play Linkuriboh, honestly. But that's pretty much it for the extra deck. And for the ideas section, I don't really have much. Gadarla, because it's a wind monster that you can summon under the Wind Bear statue. Pancratops, Kiki Nagashifucho, it's also a wind monster, but it's a rank 1 that's unaffected by card effects, so it does make Zeus kind of easier to summon in a way. And then the Link 3 Tri-Brigade that I don't really think I've ever ran into. The Link 2 that also doesn't really come up since Bear Broom is just better. Schwangalong, just, I don't know. Yeah, maybe there are some situations where you want to summon it. Honestly, it's a good interruption. And then Relinquished Anima, another great option if you don't want to play Link Rebo or El Mirage, and whatever, just side deck cards. So that's pretty much it for this deck profile. Really wanted it to be as quick as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.